So when I was like 5 and my brother was like 8, he and I would fight like all the time. It would drive my mom insane. So this one time we were driving in the car and we were fighting, and then my mom like pulled over off the side of the road and then was like, "If you guys start fighting one more time, I'm gonna drop you off the side of the road." I just completely ignored her and we started fighting again. As soon as we started fighting again, then she again pulled off on the side of the road and was like, "Get out of my car!" And we were like, "Huh?" And so we got out of the car. We were probably like, I don't know, 3 or 4 blocks away from my house. And then my mom drove away. And just as my mom like drove away, my grandma came driving through and she saw us. So my mom's plan was to drive around the corner like, just to scare us and to pick us back up. But my grandma saw us and she picked us up and she was like, what happened? We were like, our mom dropped us off the side of the road. We got in the car and then we left with my grandma. So my mom comes back around and she's like, "Oh my gosh, where are my kids?" And I'm old, so this was before cell phones were like a common thing. And so she had no way of calling and finding out where we were. And so me and my brother were just chilling in my grandma's house while my mom was probably freaking out somewhere. And we were like, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it got us to stop fighting, that's for sure.
So I was just sitting at my usual desk. We were doing something for like Spanish on our tablets. And these guys, they were sitting next to me. Let's just name the 3, A, B, and C. They're the main ones in the story. So A, he suddenly starts crying. And the guys don't notice because they're playing their little game. After 10 minutes of A bawling his eyes out, the guys turn to him and ask him what's wrong. And then he's like to B, "Well, my friend told me that you said that I was poor." So B's like really confused. B's like, "I never said that. Why would I say that about you?" And then A is so mad at him and they start arguing back and forth. And A's like, "Yeah, you did. My friend told me that you called me poor even though I only have $5 million. Just because I only have $5 million doesn't mean I'm poor. You're just rich." And I was like, what the hell is happening? So I was just so confused at this point. And then B was like, "I don't care if you're poor or rich." And then so A was like, "Yeah, but you shouldn't say that about people." He turned the other way and started crying again. So C butts in and he's like, "Isn't this just a video game?" A video game. Teachers are so hypocritical. I was late to my French lesson in school by not even 2 minutes. 2 minutes! And my French teacher gave me a whole rant about how I have to arrive on time. But the next week, we were sitting in the classroom after lunch and the same teacher did not show up for 20 whole minutes. Don't get me wrong, having no teacher for 20 minutes and wasting 20 minutes of a lesson is fun. But when she came back, she was all like, "Sorry, I lost track of time. Please forgive me." It just does not make sense. I don't get embarrassed often, but when I do, it's pretty embarrassing. You know when you think someone's waving at you and you wave back and it turns out they were waving to someone beside you or behind you? Well, that has happened to me so many times I can barely count. But here's something that happened to me at the mall. This girl was probably talking to her friend and she called out my name. So I turned around and looked at them and they were just talking to each other until they stopped and turned around to look at me. And they had the weirdest expression on their faces and I realized they weren't talking to me. Yeah, don't make the same mistake as I did. I was in the mall with my mom. We were shopping for clothes. I was small, okay? And when we were going up the escalators, I let go of my mom's hand. Then, when I held her hand again, it was not my mom. She just happened to have the same coat as my mom. Then I had to run in embarrassment and pray to God that I never see her again. So I was in the gym, it was volleyball that day, so I decided to sit out because I suck at volleyball. But anyways, it was freezing that day, and our gym is outside, so that makes it a whole lot worse. 2 guys, they come up to me. So the first guy, let's name him Adam, and the second, Bob, A and B. Adam comes up to me and I ask him if he's cold. And he's like, "No, I'm actually not, it's pretty hot in here." So I was like, "What?" So then Bob comes up to me, he goes, "Aren't you cold sitting there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And then I proceeded to say, "Adam is hot." This is definitely not aimed to anyone who friend requests me. You know when you're just playing Roblox on your phone or your iPad? You're playing Tower of Hell and you're doing really good. You're the highest in the tower, you haven't died yet, and everyone is dying behind you. So you're just like happy and chilling. Until you get a stupid damn friend request. I'm just raging thinking about it. But that damn friend request is just covering the jump button. And you thought you were gonna jump, but instead, you pressed decline. And then you fall. Or you die. I mean, Why can't the friend requests come at the top, not in front of the jump button? I just don't want to die when I'm in first place.